I'll be honest with you guys. I don't even know where to begin with this one because we got the first day of OTAs. We're talking OTAs. Not a game. We're talking OTAs, and we got damn headlines popping up everywhere. You got the Big Ben comments on KP8, the aftermath there. Michael Robinson on NFL Network responded, but also Kenny Pickett responded today. And then Mitch Trubisky giving some sound bites on why he came back to Pittsburgh. You can talk Alex Highsmith extension, also Steeler position battles, and a prominent player, I guess, did not show up to OTA's day one. So where to begin? Let's start with the Big Ben KPA comments again. Why not? So former NFL fullback / halfback Michael Robinson, who is now a current NFL Network analyst, gave his response to Big Ben's comments about KP8 and him kind of insinuating that he wasn't fully in Kenny's corner when Kenny first started out. But here's what Robinson had to say.
Yeah, MJ, I mean, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Big Ben, man, that's whack, bro. I mean, I know it's human. I get it. But that's one of those things, MJ, where you're like, okay, I'm thinking like that. But those words don't actually find their way to come out of my mouth and say it at the end of the day, because you don't do that to a young quarterback. Ben wouldn't want anybody to do that to him when he was there.
No. You know what's actually whack? Your shitty take on this situation, because you're starting with the premise that you believe Big Ben is actively rooting against Kenny Pickett because you said, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that to a young quarterback. Where, in reality, that's not the case at all. Seven said, I felt this way in the past. Don't feel this way anymore. In fact, Kenny, I am rooting for you. You have my full support. I think you have a ton of potential. Sky's the limit. You are the franchise. You need any help, you need anything, whatever. I'll be here for you. Those all sound like really good things to have at your disposal if you're Kenny Pickett, as opposed to being bad, like you insinuated. Or maybe you just feel like Ben just shouldn't have brought it up because it gives off bad vibes. It gives off negativity. I don't think that was the case at all. My takeaway was, it's just one a former Steeler quarterback, one now a current Steeler quarterback, chopping it up, being real, and I know for damn sure Kenny didn't take it that way at all, because here's what he had to say today.
I'm sure you're aware that a lot of people are talking about Ben's comments on his podcast about maybe not wanting to see you succeed early on and how that changed. What was it like to hear that comment, and then how has that relationship grown, and how have you been able to sort of pick his brain on how to be the quarterback here?
Yeah, man, I mean, he's honest, he's out front about it, and he's a fan now, and he's pulling for us, and it was really cool to to hear him say that and to get a chance to be at his house and meet his kids, meet his wife, and get to know him a little bit better. So I think we're just going to continue to build on that relationship and reach out if I have any questions. And he said he'll be texting me, so I'm excited to go into year two with another guy in my corner pulling for me.
If anything, sounds like he really appreciates the honesty. Now he knows for a fact he's got a legend in his corner. What's funny about this, though, this is the human nature element of all this, is we just focus so much on negativity. So the big headline was, the negative headline. That's what got everyone talking. That's what made the most publicity. But something like this probably won't be making the rounds on FS1 or ESPN or any of those stations. But it is what it is. I don't think we really care here at Steeler Nation. We knew it was a non-story to begin with, and I think that's what it'll stay, or at least what it should be. But enough of that. Let's talk about another Steelers quarterback. Mitch Trubisky today, for day one of OTAs, explained why he came back to Pittsburgh. And actually, he had multiple answers and multiple reasons why. First, he just likes it here and thought this was a good opportunity for him in the future.
I didn't know what to expect. It was a pleasant surprise, I would say. I was happy when I heard about it a couple weeks ago from my agent, and they talked through everything, and it was an easy decision on my part to want to come here and be back part of this team for the next few years.
But he also brought up his teammates, how he's built rapport with them, also Kenny Pickett in that QB room, how it's just good vibes all around.
What is it that fits for you? It's the family atmosphere, it's the teammates, it's the people. It's just a great fit for me and my family. we just love everything about it. I love Coach T, Omar, Mr. Rooney and his family. It's just a special place to be a part of. We just got really close as a team last year with all these teammates, and I just felt like I want to be here for the next 3 years. So when they asked me to, it was an easy decision.
How about your connection with Kenny? Just how did that relationship evolve over last season? What are you trying to do in your role to help him be successful?
That's huge as well. I just wanted to come back because me and Kenny have gotten so close, and I just want to help him in any way I can. So we got a really great quarterback room. We love having Mason back too. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to get to work. So anything I could be for Kenny, soundboard, extra coach, extra eyes on the field, I'm going to be there for him, and he knows that. So I think that's also why they wanted to have me back to be in that role and help any way I can. So I'm excited about it.
And finally, Mitch detailed the timeline to where he got to the point of acceptance with his role as a backup.
Did you have that sort of mindset at the end of last season, or was this something that was created during the off season?
Yeah, for sure. When things go how they go during the season last year, and you're pushed into a new role, you have some personal feelings you got to put aside, and you just embrace your role to help the team for the common good, and that's what I try to do. I think people just see how I come to work and how I am as a person and as a teammate, and they appreciate that, and they know it's just genuine coming from me that I want this team to win. I want to help all the guys be as successful as they can, and I'm excited to be a part of this team.
Not gonna lie, I think I'm a Mitch guy now. Not necessarily as my QB1, but just in general. Gained a ton of respect for him last year with how he handled everything and how he even performed in the games where his number got called after being benched. Tampa Bay game, beat out Brady. Even the Baltimore game, I was loving a lot of the throws, a lot of the decisions he was making outside of pretty much 3 of them, which led to the 3 interceptions. But then bounced back the following week against Carolina, did all the right things. And then you even hear him right here in these interviews. Like, dude, he's a class act. Like, I don't think there's any negative you could say about him. The only thing is, maybe you would have wished he would have done more on the field for those first 3 weeks last season. It felt like he was playing a little bit too much not to lose as opposed to just trying to go out there, win the game, and sling it. But yeah, man, like this, I don't know. I just think he's good for the team. He's good for Kenny. And I'm happy he got the contract extension. I'm happy he's still around. So we still have more from this day one of OTAs. I think I'm going to split this up. I'll either drop another one tonight, go for a triple header on a Tuesday, or drop one tomorrow early in the morning. I just feel like this would be a good cutoff point. If we add all these in, it'll be too convoluted. So next one will be on the position battles with the OTAs, the Highsmith extension, etc., etc. But stay tuned for that, either dropping tonight or tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this second edition of Big Deke News on a Tuesday. Let me know your thoughts of some of the Big Ben, Kenny Pickett aftermath and some of the reactions that are out there. Kenny Pickett's response today, but also on Mitch Trubisky and why he came back to Pittsburgh and just how you're feeling about Mitch being here long term. But that's it. Stay chilling. Peace.